We need to get more butts in the seats. There shouldn't be an empty seat in the house for something as important as this.
So I love the movie, and what really stood out to me was the simpleness of something about having somebody in every child's life that is important or is helpful, safe, and loving. But then also, as I thought about that, taking it further and also having somebody like that alongside their parents to help model for them what that would look like so they can help take that forward with their children.
Well, what stood out was the success that other communities or the entire state of Washington have shown, and some of the statistics they showed in addressing some of the root causes and the reduction in the outcomes we don't like to see in people. When I think there was a reduction in fights at school and
youth arrests for drugs,
Right.
reductions, suicide death reductions.
Yeah.
A lot of
that-
impressive stats.
very impressive, and that was after they had a concerted effort to address and do the work that we're just starting to do.
Well, tonight we normally have what's called Project X. It's a tobacco cessation, drug, alcohol, behavior management class. And I have 10 of my people here who normally come to my class. They had no idea what they were going to be seeing. They have no idea what's going to happen next, but it's okay. These are surprises.
There was a program that I think they were running even with kindergartners in schools, The Legend of Miss Kendra, where they were kind of using some very, I guess they called it drama therapy.
It's a drama therapy,
But
yeah.
they were using very gentle ways of getting kids maybe to think about things that are going on and what their worries are in life. And it was very eye-opening to me to see ways that you might approach that in a school environment.
Actually brought tears to my eyes, because you got to realize what these kids go through, and they need help now. I work at the continuation school, and I see kids that have had a really hard life. And instead of judging them as maybe bad kids, I feel love for them because I want to help them. And that inspired me to want to do something more, even for my own children. And as the movie said, you have to help yourself before you can help the children too.
Any other steps forward you see for our community or even in your own work?
For me, it's about implementing more conversation about explaining to families what's actually going on inside the child's body, what historically is happening with them as they have generationally experienced this trauma.
I thought it was interesting. They mentioned just in passing that a lot of the behavioral problems and emotional problems that start to manifest in fourth grade, which I thought was interesting because I've heard. I talk to kindergarten teachers sometimes will say that they can see problems at home. Like the first week they can tell where with the kids, and when they're little kids, they're kindergartners, and nobody, people want to help them, and they're not. You're not in a punitive mode, but it was striking to me boy, by the time you get to fourth grade, you're thinking, man, you're old enough to know better. You should be behaving right now. but sometimes if you haven't dealt with your things in an appropriate way, you wouldn't. You don't have those tools yet.
The movie was great. I appreciate it. I think we need to get more young people to watch it so that they know what's going on, so they have a better understanding of how ACEs affect them and maybe how ACEs have affected their parents, and what we can do to change that.